Dance party up in this place. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is 2 weeks post-show. I'm about to go in and kill a leg workout with my one friend, Kristen. I met her at my last show and we are currently both on a reverse diet or like reverse diet program. It's really been awesome having her by my side because we can text each other whenever we're like, I'm having the weirdest cravings or I'm really hungry or, I don't know, like reverse dieting can just be very mentally exhausting. And it's been great to have that support system with you. And we also just send each other like funny gym memes on Instagram constantly. So it's just been really nice to have her kind of like by my side and understand what I'm going through. And that was Kristen's first show. And it's interesting for me to see like what she's going through mentally and all of that. But this was my 5th show. And even though it's my 5th show and you would think that I've done this rodeo and I should just be okay, no, it's still hard. Reverse dieting is not easy. No matter if it's your first show, your 18th show, I feel like it's always going to be hard. I do feel pretty good overall. My weight has basically been the same. I keep weighing in at like 117 to 118, which everything is on track. Everything is working out great with my reverse diet. My macros have been bumped up again, and I believe they are 115 carb, 135 protein, and 50 fat. So my carbs are increasing and my macros overall are increasing, and that's awesome, but it's still pretty restricted. My total calories right now is like 1,450. And that's still pretty low, and that's what makes reverse dieting hard. It's just having to be patient and knowing that you are going to get more food slowly. But right now it's like, I want all the foods. Like, I just want to have a nice big meal, you know? Like something big and feel satisfied. Just know that it's okay to struggle and that a lot of people are in a reverse diet, and if you need help or need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. Feel free to email me, and hopefully I can give you some sort of guidance or help. Alrighty guys, let's go kill this workout. I'm here with Kristen again. Fun fact, we actually did a workout together and I deleted the entire footage, so good job on my part. But we were hitting legs, talking about post-show plans. She's thinking about doing a show
September 10th.
September 10th. I need an off season because it's been a while.
Yeah, and you just did 2 shows, like back to back.
Yeah, I did 2 shows and then I did 2 in the fall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that because I watched them.
Yeah, yeah, so I just need a break. And yeah, we're gonna just vlog periodically.
If you really don't, can you?
So Kristen and I are going to answer some questions or I guess like concerns competitors would have. And one is, how do you avoid binging post-show? I'm going to share mine first and then I'll have you share your techniques. My #1 thing is don't have yourself be alone. Whenever you're alone in the kitchen or at home, no one's around, no one can see you binge. And I think that's just a big trigger. I know for me, if I'm alone in the kitchen and like I'm weighing out my food, sometimes I might grab an extra handful of this or that while I'm cooking and be like, oh, well, it doesn't really count because no one saw me. And it's almost like
it's like a secret type thing.
Yeah, it's like, well, if no one saw me do it, then I didn't do it, you know? So what's one thing you would say?
Well, I have two. The first one I would say is don't like take whatever you want to binge on and like sit down.
Oh yeah,
like I actually did that the other night. Like I had Oreos in the fridge and I took the pack and I sat in bed. Yeah. And I had like 6, which is fine.
Which is
But I could have eaten the whole thing. Now prep has given me a lot of self-control, so I put them away. But I literally sitting down watching TV, I could have eaten the whole entire package of Oreos and could have eaten another one. The second thing is if you have a craving and it's not going away, I just satisfy the craving. Like I was telling Nicole earlier, I went to Cheesecake Factory on Friday because I could not get it out of my head. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything but think about having Cheesecake Factory. I went, I had my meal, didn't feel guilty about it, and I was fine after and moved on with my life.
Yeah, and you don't have to feel guilty for having a meal or having a serving size of something. Know the difference between like a binge and having like a normal serving size. Like if you get an ice cream cone, that is not a binge. Right. If you have 20 ice cream cones, that's a different story. Right. So just know the difference, and that's part of fixing your relationship with food after.
Tell me what it is, can you tell me? Are you with it, are you in, baby, tell me. Can you tell me what it is, baby? I gotta see you driving, yeah, I need to see it happen, yeah. I need your number right now, yeah, I need to see you clapping, yeah. I got hella bands on me, 150 stands on me.
To post-show binging, I think one thing to consider is trigger foods.
Yes.
First off, you shouldn't buy your trigger foods. Let me just say that, because what is a trigger? But, you know, it's like on a gun, like you're loading the gun for failure.
Yeah, if you buy it, you're gonna eat it.
Yeah, so my trigger food is, it's not even unhealthy, but it's the fact that I can sit down and eat the whole thing, and that is any sort of kettle corn, caramel corn, any sort of like sweet popcorn. I can sit down and eat the entire bag. And like one serving of popcorn, that's cool. The entire bag, no. No.
Fiber for days.
Fiber for days. But the fat content in kettle corn is actually really high. That's like going to be over 60 grams of fat in that whole bag.
Insane.
So, how about you?
Lately, it's been like anything like, I don't know, like I guess sweets, really.
Sweets,
yeah, I guess like brownies, cookies, like chocolate, anything. It could even be like a protein bar that's like super chocolatey. Like, if it's chocolate or if it's sweet, I want it. Like, I've been craving like Ben and Jerry's, and I had a pint for after the show, and I had like some of it, and then a couple nights ago, I was like, I'm just finishing the whole thing. Yeah. Never buying it again.
Yeah, and let me just say, like, if you have trigger foods and you're starting to eat something and you feel like you can't stop,
throw it away.
Throw it away. Like, some people are like, I can't waste food, but honestly, like, if it's gonna hurt you mentally, throw that shit away.
Right, so
like, you don't need it.
The slutty brownies that you saw in her, what, finals?
Yeah, finals vlog.
Those, I had like the whole pan, right? And I could not stop eating them, and it took me days to actually be able to throw them away, but I did it. I cleaned out my whole like closet pantry.
A closet full of slutty brownies. Jesus. No.
I cleaned out my fridge, my pantry, and threw the pan of the rest of the slutty brownies away because I was gonna eat it all. Yeah. And it was hard. It took me days to be able to throw it away, but I eventually did it, and I felt so much better.
And it doesn't make you weak if you have to throw food away. If anything, that makes you
stronger.
Makes you strong. It makes you smart. Like, you realize there's a problem, and how do you get rid of it? Like throwing it away. That's one way to solve it. Dance party up in this place.
Light another one upon me, let's burn. I don't do no dirt. We can make it work. I got all dance again.
It's like she has a twin. I'm looking in the mirror and then looking at you. I'm like, oh, a twin.
Make those noises.
They end up coming out sexual. Sexual workout noises.
Yep. There she is. Beautiful.
Don't make me nuts.
Dead.
Alright, so one tool Chris and I are talking about that we use is intermittent fasting. Don't laugh, I have a stutter sometimes. Basically what that is when you wake up in the morning, instead of getting breakfast, the most important meal of the day, right away, you wait a couple hours. And for you, how does that like work out? Like, why do you do it?
I don't know. Well, I feel like there's a couple reasons. I feel better. I prefer to work out fasted, so I do cardio and then I train fasted.
True. Some people do train better fasted.
Yeah, I prefer that. There is no studies actually on if fasted training is better or not for you. So no one can say you should do fasted cardio, but it's just a preference. And then also, I don't know, I like to eat more at night, so if I'm not hungry in the morning, I'm not gonna eat for no reason. I'd rather eat when I'm hungry than eat for no reason.
Yeah, and for me, like, I call it like saving my macros or saving my food. I'd rather eat more of my food later on during the day and just fast in the morning, like wake up, put my gym stuff on, have a pre-workout, go hit the gym, and then come back and have like a nice big meal, you know?
Agreed.
So, definitely
I
helps.
just wanted to... Dang it, she's coming. I was gonna give her a shout out. Go away. It's a surprise. I just wanted to tell y'all that Nicole is a huge inspiration, and I started watching her vlogs, and when I found out she was at the Julie Palmer, I was so excited to meet her, and she's been amazing, and I'm so glad that we're friends, and now we're really good friends, and I can't wait to see where our friendship goes. So keep following her. She's a true inspiration to everybody. Love you, Nicole.
Slamming weights. Finishing our leg workout, I'm feeling tired now.
I'm dead.
One thing I wanted to touch on was having training goals. So you spend so much time focused on your diet throughout prep, and I think it's important to have training goals. So I'm going to share one of my training, like off-season goals, and then tell me one of your goals. So I guess for me, like I mentioned this before, is to pull a 300-pound deadlift. I just think it'd be really awesome to be in the 300 club, and I don't know, I just like being a small person, being able to put up weight people don't think I can, and I just want to show, like, prove to myself that I can do it.
I'm just trying to lift heavier in general. I'm not really in like an off season, it's like a weird area, but lift heavier, not too heavy until I'm in an actual off season, and then I just really want to work on my tie-ins. That's like my #1 thing.
You're like in a brief intermission season.
Yeah, I'm in like the gray area. It's like not black, it's not white, it's like gray.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna compete? Am I not? I don't know.
Yeah. That's actually a really good way to describe it.
Are you with it? Are you in, baby? Tell me. Can you tell me what it is, baby? I gotta see you driving, yeah. I need to see it happen, yeah. I need your number right now, yeah. I need to see you clapping, yeah. I got hella bands on me, 150 stands on me. Baby, you should dance on me, light another one up on me. Let's burn, yeah. I don't do no dirt, yeah. We can make it work, yeah. I got all my niggas with me on the stage popping. Anything you need is on me.
I wanted to touch on, which I think is pretty important, is self-love. And before I started my prep, I felt like, you know, like I liked my body. Not to say I don't like my previous body, but when you see yourself so lean, sometimes you can not like yourself when you're a little bit fluffier or have more body fat on you, which to me is kind of nuts. So, Kristen, how do you feel about that? Like, have you experienced that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm my biggest critic right now, and I like fell in love with the way I looked being lean. And not to say that I was not like fit before. I've always been into fitness, and I thought I was in really good shape, but to see myself in a whole different state that I've never been in, you know, losing so much body fat and being super lean, like I wish I could be like that forever, but in reality that's just not how it works.
Yeah, and the reason why it doesn't work is you need your health. Like, there's certain things as a female that you need. You need your sleep, you need your mental clarity, and being below like 13% body fat, like as a female, your health isn't gonna be at 100%. And I don't know, that it's hard being I think a female competitor and like looking at the scale and you're like, wow, I weigh less than I did in high school.
Right, that's the thing. Like, I hit a low weight during my prep that I haven't been since my freshman, sophomore year of high school. And I was like, oh my god. And now, like, obviously I've gained a couple pounds back and my body's changing. I'm not as lean as I was. And it's taking a lot to like accept that, but every day gets a little bit better. So
yeah, and every day, like, it's hard to sometimes start your day out with a positive note, but sometimes I'll look in the mirror and be like, hey, I don't look as shredded, but I slept good. I'm not as freezing all the time.
Oh my god.
And there's like health benefits that you need to look at. Like, yes, like prepping and show is very physical and the way you look, but also like your mental health and your health in general. Like, there's so many health benefits that will continue on, like as you get stronger and as you approach your off season or your gray area season, whatever it is. Like, it's important to love yourself throughout the process and not get so attached to like numbers and the weight and how you look on stage, because how you look on stage cannot last forever. Like, I'm sorry, you need to be healthy too.
Right, and I feel like I've even been questioning, like, do I want to compete again? Because I'm finally starting to like come to terms with the fact that like I'm not as lean as I was, and I'm starting to be okay with having untracked meals. And then I'm like, okay, if I go back and do a prep, it's like, is it going to be easier next time? Or is it going to be harder? Or is it going to get worse? I don't know. So it's just like, there's so many factors to it. You just really have to like sit down and think about what your goals are, what you really want.
Yeah, and guys, it's so mental. If you want to do a show, like, just make sure your mind's in the right spot. And everyone struggles at the end of the day. Like, physically, mentally, like, you're going to struggle. And sometimes it's not worth it, but other times, like, once you get up there, once you know, do very well in your class, you get the bug, and it's like, dang, that feeling.
Right, I want to feel it
so
again.
Incredible, like, such like butterflies. I'm getting like adrenaline.
I know. I'm like, all right, prep, let's prep.
I'm like, I wish they could like announce my name again, because that felt so good, you know. But I don't know, just try to love yourself at the end of the day. I mean, that's all you really got is yourself.
Yeah, it's hard, but
it's hard.
Baby steps.
Baby steps turn into grown-up steps.